Hello everyone and welcome to this new moon solar eclipse pick a card reading. I will leave timestamps below for each pile, but I want to begin with a brief introduction to the solar eclipse. So this is happening December 4th. Tropical zodiac will tell you that it's happening at 12 degrees Sagittarius. However, there is a 13th zodiac of Ophiuchus that is placed between Scorpio and Sagittarius. Ophiuchus is the constellation named for the mortal physician Asclepius, who was known for his healing abilities. He made a healing potion out of the blood of the head of Medusa, mixed with venom from a snake and an unknown herb. This allowed him the ability to bring mortals back to life after they had been killed. There's a myth about how he saved Orion after he was stung by a scorpion. And Hades saw this as a threat to his population in the afterlife, so he consulted with his brother Zeus and had Asclepius struck down by a lightning bolt, him and Orion. So they didn't want the word getting out that they had a magic potion to bring people back to life. So now Ophiuchus is placed between Sagittarius the Archer and Scorpio, but he's slightly above Scorpio. So this new moon eclipse is actually conjunct a fixed star called Antares and Alwade. They are both in the sign of Scorpio, but just north of that is where you will find Ophiuchus the Serpent Bearer. Now, every year from November 30th through December 18th, the sun passes through the constellation of Ophiuchus. So really, if you're born within those dates, that's your actual zodiac. So right now, the sun and the moon will be conjunct in Ophiuchus at the feet of the constellation. And he has the other constellation of serpents wrapped around him. When Zeus placed him in the heavens to honor him and his healing abilities, he put him up there with the snake. So that's where we get the symbol of the staff with the single snake coiling around it. They're called Asclepian snakes. They're non-venomous, so they were renowned for their healing abilities. And actually, the WHO uses that symbol as their symbol. So interesting with all the world events going on, and also the aspects that this eclipse is forming, how it relates to health, physicians, healing, and the effects of this eclipse will span from December 4th till the next solar partial eclipse, which will happen April 30th, 2022. And that's an interesting date because that is when Saturn actually moves into the sign of Aquarius at the same time. So we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, inside real astrology, of course. So anyway, the effects of this eclipse then should last for the next 4 months, and it could be a challenging one, just forewarning you. But the advice here is to go with the flow, be adaptable and changeable, have a backup plan for a backup plan, and try not to be overtaken by your emotions if things take an unexpected turn, because here we have the sun and the moon are conjunct, of course, every new moon, and this time Mercury is also present. So we might see Mercury rules the third house of communication, short distance travel. You might see increased time spent traveling short distances or communicating, sharing ideas, buying and selling. Obviously, we have the holiday season coming up for those who observe it. And, well, that's the Christmas holiday. We also have Saturnalia happening December 17th through the 24th. And the 24th of December is also another important date because we have an aspect happening between Saturn and Uranus. It's Saturn square Uranus. This is the third and final time it'll happen in the year of 2021. This could create some challenges, some tension, but again, the importance, because Uranus is the unexpected. So we have to be prepared for anything, and be able to adapt and change to the changing environment. So I think that's all I wanted to say about the eclipse aspects. Yeah. All right, so hopefully you've been taking this time to observe the piles and see which one might resonate most with you. I shuffled and pulled these cards before recording, so you'll just have to believe that I don't know what's under them either. Here we have pile 1. This is a dragon's blood pyramid. In the center here we have tiger's eye. Pile 2. And pile 3 we have orange calcite. All right. I will start with the dragon's blood pile. Let me move these off to the side. Okay. And we'll start with the Syrian Starseed Tarot that is on top. Okay. The first card we have is number 14, Alchemy. This is the Temperance card. Immediately I'm thinking of Mercury. Mercury is the alchemist, the magician. This is about transmutation of energy, transformation. I believe this is actually a picture of glass being blown. So it's working with the elements of air and fire. Sagittarius is a fire element. So this has to do with your manifestations, your creations over the next 4-month period. Let's see what you're working on. Pile 1. Okay. 8 of air. This is your first card. So it might indicate you don't have all the pieces to the puzzle yet. You don't see the solution in front of you. You're kind of working piece by piece. And you can't see the big picture yet. And here we have your second tarot card is Aloneness. This is number 9, the Hermit card. This speaks of Virgo. And also, though, the eclipse constellation of Fucus is seen as the lone wolf. He is kind of the outcast member. He works alone in solitude. Asclepius was a physician who had to work on mixing medicine, like alchemically, to produce potions for healing. So this might be requiring you to retreat, go within during these months, and seek answers within yourself, because you have the answers all inside you. You just haven't found them yet. And maybe that's what the 8 of air is referring to. Underneath that, we have the Emperor card, 4th major arcana. So this is the card of Aries. This is leadership, taking charge, having the King of Kings, basically the king of all the elemental cards. It also feels like a magician. He's mastered all the elements. So there's something you may be perfecting in your solitude over the next 4 months, something you're focusing all of your energy and work on, putting towards that, but it looks victorious in the end, that you do master a certain skill. Underneath that, there's confirmation. We have the Sun. So this is Leo energy, more fire, but this is following your solar plexus, your true destiny in life, your path. This is also just a carefree feeling of joy and light that you may come upon, but this can also be enlightenment, that you, after following your lantern, the only thing to light you in the darkness, you come to a clearing with a bright light that illuminates the truth to you, and I think dissipates this feeling of the 8 of Swords, of being mentally trapped in something. So I feel like, pile 1, you are on the verge of a major discovery in your field, personal or professional. Let's see what else is in store for you. The 4 of Wands. This is also a card of manifestation. You have, I see it as a doorway of 1111. So there is an opportunity for manifestation as well. The Wands is the suit of fire, and it connects the heavens and the earth. You're grounding your intentions into physical reality. This is also known as the marriage card, and it can be seen as another form of alchemy, combining opposing but equal forces to create a solution or a final product. So there could be a coming together where there was aloneness. You could be pairing up with somebody, partnering with someone in your research, or in your life journey in general, if it's not work related. But there is a union, a coming together, a coming out of the darkness, a rebirth, if you will, perhaps in the spring months leading up to the next eclipse at the end of April. Okay, that's all the tarot cards I have. I have some oracle cards to finish off this reading. We have the goddess guidance is Bridget, don't back down, stand up for what you believe is right. So if you are challenged at this time with the Saturn square Uranus effects coming into play at the end of December, there may be challenges from authority, like the Emperor. This is encouraging you to stay bold, stand up for what you believe in. If you find something and discover something that you know is right in your heart, share it with the world. It's something you shouldn't keep to yourself. And then we have 7 Heavenly Virtues, Keys to Goodness, is from our Mystical Wisdom deck. Now this, to me, it speaks of the 7 Sisters of Pleiades, Keys to Goodness. So I really do want to read about that because this is the first time I've actually pulled this card. All right, so we're going to learn more about that. All right, you represent spiritual enlightenment, divine knowledge, and wisdom. You have faith and believe in all that is good and meaningful. You have a deep intuitive understanding of God, the angels, and the universal spirit. You know the keys to goodness. You are being asked to use this knowledge to empower and teach others. Okay, so whatever it is that you learn through self-discovery, you're being imparted to share it with others. What the 7 heavenly virtues mean: faith, belief and trust in the right things; hope, belief that good will prevail; charity, unlimited loving kindness towards others; fortitude, never giving up, just like here we have, don't back out, stand up for what you believe in, so don't give up; justice, being fair and equitable towards others; patience, accepting the grace to forgive; and temperance, practicing self-control and moderation. And that's what this card is. Number 14, Major Arcana, is temperance. So being patient for these results to mature and present themselves and come into view. So it can't be rushed, whatever this revelation is. Okay, so next we have our Angels and Ancestors card. We have the Shaolin Master, be graceful in movement and action. Again, this has to do with patience. A lot of you are practicing a lot of self-restraint, a lot of you're not being impulsive. Again, that feeling of going with the flow, or the necessity to be flexible and passive, that it doesn't always require great force to get things done. Sometimes things come to you in divine timing without much effort when you're meant to receive them. Okay, and then I have a Lenormand deck card. Oh, wow. So we have the Sun again. Some of you might have strong Leo aspects, but here we have, again, the solar eclipse. So the Sun represents the masculine energy. I have the Emperor here, ruled by Aries and Mars. There might be a passion ignited in some of you, like lighting a fire in your soul. Suddenly you know, after this period of introspection, which direction to go. It's like some path is being lit, but in a solar eclipse, the Sun is eclipsed by the Moon. So you have this feminine lunar energy engulfing the Sun. It's only for 114 seconds, I read. So less than 2 minutes though, but it's meant to be as a reset, where the intuitive, passive, feminine energy is overtaking the masculine. It's blocking it out. But these two forces are combining for a great reset. Okay, so listening to your intuition, not taking action impulsively or right away. Again, be graceful in movement and action. It's telling you to embrace that lunar energy more so than the Sun. The Sun will come. So speaking of lunar energy, let's take a look at our Goddess of the Moon Oracle, Queen of the Moon Oracle. All right, release, the waning crescent, number 4. Or the phase is waning crescent 4. Okay, so releasing down to a new moon. These days actually leading up to a new moon is when you need to cleanse your life and finish releasing. Especially after a full moon, we start to let energy go as it wanes down with the moon for a restart. So these last few days, hopefully you're spending, you may have to cut ties, again, make a space for yourself, a place to retreat, and release the old so you can make way for this new beginning to enter. And finally, we have protection, strong protective magic for the family and the home. So I get that sense here also with the alchemy card, the Emperor card, there's strength here with the sun as well. So I feel that you are protected during this vulnerable period. If you're going through a transformation and a transition, snakes are most vulnerable when they shed their skin. Um, they're most vulnerable to predators because they're out of energy and they can't move quickly. But this is telling you that you are protected. You have the strength of um, your angels and guides watching over you and protecting you. Okay, so good things are coming, pile one. It just may take some time, perseverance, and persistence, but you have the strength, the knowledge you will acquire. You will eventually see the way out of any difficult situation because you embrace this patience, this gratitude. You have a lot of strength inside you to endure these changes that are coming. So there's nothing real tragic here. Um, it looks safe. It looks optimistic. Okay, pile one, that'll do it for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this reading, please let me know in the comments below, and hopefully we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye. And moving on to pile two, where we have our Tiger's Eye. Welcome to your reading, pile two. We'll start in the center here with the Syrian Starseed Tarot. And we have the Nine of Flames. Okay, this is actually represented by the placement of the moon in Sagittarius. And we are dealing with a solar eclipse here, where the sun and the moon will be conjunct in the sign of Sagittarius in Western tropical astrology. So this is the card of the wounded warrior, though. This is somebody who's fought many battles, but he's persevered. He's kept his light burning. But he's also built a wall, a fortress for himself out of the 8 wands and the battles that he's already fought. So those experiences are not forgotten. They made him who he is today. They've made him stronger because they did not overcome him. Okay, and he's still carrying the 9th torch in his hand. He has control over the situation and he's able to persevere and defend himself. Okay, next we have the Control card. Okay, this is the King of Swords. I did just say that he is in control. So he has a powerful force field around him. The negative aspect would be to be overbearing or over-controlling, but this is clarity of thought, wisdom, sight, but it can be very emotionally cold. So again, if somebody has been wounded several times, they are not likely to put their heart on their sleeve anymore because they kind of learned that lesson to keep their emotions within. They control their emotions like the King of Swords does, and he executes orders, law, judgment. Let's see what else is in here. The Lovers. Okay, Major Arcana number 6. This is ruled by Gemini. So this King of Air could be a masculine Gemini energy. Next to that, we have the Two of Wands. Okay. This card also, with the Roman numeral 2 here, makes me think of Gemini. Some of you may have strong placements there. But this speaks of travel and opportunity, having foresight, seeing what the future holds. So this King of Swords may have a higher perspective to be able to see what's on the horizon. But the Lovers pair here and the Two of Wands here does make me think of a partnership that might be approaching to you, or you may be approaching. That it's the universe is showing you that no man is an island. Honestly, you can't isolate and cut yourself off from the world, that we function best in partnerships. Somebody to complement your energy, whether it be masculine or feminine. And above that we have Death, the Scorpio card. So again, this new moon eclipse is happening conjunct to major stars in the constellation Scorpio. So Antares and I can't forget the other one. It begins with another A. Adweli or Aldwey or something. But both of the nature of Saturn, Mars, and Jupiter. So Mars is the ancient ruler of Scorpio. It's death, ending, destruction, transformation. So this again could be the end of this scenario where you find yourself walled off or overly protecting yourself. This could be a turning point for you where you are either getting in a relationship with a Scorpio or a Gemini, but there's something changing about your personal status. Let's see what that might be. Oh wow, the Two of Wands again. So, Two of Wands twice makes me think of the Four of Wands. Four of Wands represents the fourth house of home, marriage, family, Cancer. It's also cards of manifestation. You see in each card how one staff is on the ground and one staff is up in the air, as above, so below. This could be you bringing in a manifestation that you've been waiting for. Over the next 4 months, you might see this manifestation come to fruition in your life. And the last tarot card we have is number 8, Strength. So we have 3 major themes then here: Lovers, Strength, and Death. So I feel that a huge shift in your partnership life, whether it be personal or professional, is going to bring you a lot of strength. This new partner, again, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? So whoever this person is, their wounds are mirroring your wounds. You both empower each other. You recognize and see the struggle that you've each gone through, and that you're able to offer this strength to the world. Now, it was all part of your journey that you had to experience whatever wounding it was that put you in the position where you are now. But it's done so to give you this perspective. You see how each figure is looking out over the world, out over the ocean. There's infinite possibilities there. It's like they're casting their intentions out into the world. Perhaps they're seeking each other, seeking to attract one another, or similar ends. Okay, next to that we have our oracle cards: Celebration, Let Go, and Have Fun. Okay, so don't be so serious. Right above this King of Swords, allow yourself to feel again is what it's encouraging you. And the Leo card, Leos live from the heart. They rule the 5th house of children, pleasure, creativity, joy. Just, it's in the height of summer in the northern hemisphere, so they're ruled by the sun, and the sun rules the solar plexus chakra. So they literally follow their heart. They let their instinct lead the way. They're carefree. So this is telling you to maybe let go of control issues a little bit. And here we have our Angels and Ancestors card. We have She-Wolf, Unleash the Wild Within. It's interesting, in the intro I mentioned that Ophiuchus is like the lone wolf. So this is telling you to follow your instincts. Again, let go of control, listen to your intuition more. Where the moon is eclipsing the sun, the feminine energy is overcoming the masculine. This is telling you, here we have the moon, full moon in the background. So perhaps by the full moon of December, we may see this shift where you're able to trust your instincts, your inner animal knowing, and don't rely so heavily on the opinions or facts or the external world, but rather the internal world. And we also have Fire Guardian, Ignite Your Passions. Okay, again, this eclipse happening in Sagittarius season, or more accurately Ophiuchus, but we have this fire energy present. It's sparking the flames of interest. This is spirit, this is love, and passion. Here we have Sekhmet, Be Strong. Okay, this is the goddess guidance. You are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. So it's echoing this strength card here. It's telling you that whatever you've been through, you're strong enough to overcome it. Whatever changes are happening here, you will power through. And we have the Queen of the Moon Oracle, number 22, Wisdom. So through this experience, you definitely gain the wisdom to avoid repeating that scenario in your life. These are karmic lessons that your soul came here to learn. And this is telling you that everything was for a reason. It goes hand in hand with this King of Swords, though. The trick is finding a balance to not be, again, too controlling or domineering or restrictive with yourself, but rather to go with the flow and find the ability to relax and have fun. And then our Lenormand card here, we have the cross, which symbolizes faith. So again, it's telling you to have faith in the situation. And finally, we have the Earth card. Ask the element of Earth for grounding, stability, and strength in times of chaos. Okay, so whereas the air sign king is more chaos, kind of, the Earth is telling you to be grounded. Okay. Well, thank you for joining me, Pile 2. Hopefully you enjoyed this reading, and if it resonated, please let me know in the comments below, and we'll see you next time. Thanks. Take care. Bye-bye. All right, Pile 3, our orange calcite. Start with your Syrian Starseed Tarot. The Ace of Flames, beautiful. Ace of Wands, new passionate beginning. A spark or an idea being lit inside of you, but it's like this torch carrying the light through the darkness. We are in the winter months in the Northern Hemisphere approaching, and we have the winter solstice, December 21st. So the light is waning, but I feel this strong fire inside you that you're carrying this torch for the world almost. You're a beacon of light in a dark place. And with this orange calcite here, it feels very fiery, very warm. Okay, let's see where you're carrying your torch. We have the King of Earth, King of Coins. So Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. So you're definitely, I feel like an earth angel, somebody who's definitely a guide, a protector, a beacon of light for those. A lot of people look up to you. They see you as successful. Next to that, we have the Ten of Coins. We are the world. So this is, again, I think you have the potential to be globally recognized, someone of influence, the ability to relate to multiple people regardless of culture, race, language, or country of origin. You have a mass appeal about you. People are kind of drawn to your flame like a moth to a lamp. You have the power to unify people. And the Ten of Coins speaks of great material success. So whatever it is that you've been manifesting or waiting to come through, you'll see it definitely appear in the next 4 months over the course of these this eclipse cycle. Above that, amazing, Ten of Cups. Ten of Coins, Ten of Cups, completion, complete emotional satisfaction and fulfillment in the physical material plane and the emotional plane. So you're making a lot of people happy, not just yourself. And here we have the Two of Cups. So this is a soulmate, twin flame. Contract could be somebody who's joining you on this journey, somebody whose light matches your own. I know they're holding cups in this picture, but it looks like, you know, they're each bringing their own light together to create one massive flame. And here you have the caduceus symbol in the center as well, and this eclipse is taking place in a fucus, like I was mentioning, Asclepius the healer with his snake wrapped around the caduceus. Okay, and here we have the Ace of Wands again. All right, new beginnings. You're off to new places, Pile 3. New adventures, ideas, passions, and directions. It feels like infinite possibilities for you. You're blessed and protected. There are good things waiting for you in the next few months. Okay, let me see. All right, our Goddess Guidance card is Bast, Independent. Your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. Okay, that definitely resonates with our King of Earth energy. Somebody who is financially stable and secure is independent. You don't depend on anyone or anything for your success or stability. You're completely free and independent. So congratulations. And then we have our angels and ancestors spring. See your seeds grow. All right, so you may see, again, with the Ace of Wands, it looks like a seed that has sprouted, right? I feel like when the spring months do come around for you, so March, April, is when you may see these things really take off. But it all begins with the planting of the seed under the new moon solar eclipse. So whatever your intention or idea or pursuit is, beginning it here on the new moon is going to yield the best results for you. And the Queen of the Moon Oracle, we have action. All right, the Ace of Wands does speak of action. It's time to take action. It's you have to put force and effort into your manifestations in order to see them happen. The garden doesn't just grow itself. You have to get out there, pull the weeds, till the soil, plant the seeds, and water it. So there is some action required on your part in order to make this come true. The other Queen of the Moon Oracle, we have peace. So that's a beautiful card too, because it looks like definitely with the Ten of Cups here, you are at peace. That you have everything you ever wanted. You have love, stability. There's really no internal discomfort or disorder to speak of. And we have new beginnings. Okay, begin your new life. That's reiterated here in the Ace of Flames twice. So aces are always new beginnings. This is a new start. Look at this as a clean slate. If you were born in Sagittarius or Fucus or even Scorpio, this is definitely a new season for you, a new solar year that's being emphasized by this eclipse. So the possibilities are endless. It's time to begin your new life, what you've been waiting for. Next, we have leadership. Set your goals. Okay, here we have what looks remarkably like the Strength card, Leo. Leos are prideful. They have a healthy ego, but you need that in order to be a leader. People do, like I said, look up to you. And the King of Earth here, they look to you for advice. They see you as successful and, again, independent. The Bast card here, I think she has she's the Egyptian goddess of cats. So we have the two cat statues here and the lion here. So some of you may have pet cats or be fond of felines or resonate with them. But yeah, you have these capabilities here already. And this is encouraging you to express them because people do want to follow you. They want to be a part of your movement or what it is that you are expressing to the world. And then for our Lenormand card, we have an anchor. So this to me again resonates with the King of Earth, this groundedness. We have two wands, these fiery, passionate ideas that are sparked within you. And the King of Earth has the ability to ground those ideas into reality and make those seeds grow, as I was talking about here in the spring. And we have two cards here. We have air. Work with the element of air to cut through the core of a situation and see the truth. And we also have one enchanted evening, the perfect night. Okay, that's a little mysterious. That could go here with this Two of Cups. I feel like it could be some serendipitous encounter that, again, with these two Ace of Wands, these two torchbearers, recognizing yourself in the other. And, well, fire does need air in order to spread and grow and expand. So the air element, again, speaking of logic, intuition, facts, and clarity, and the truth. So it looks like the truth will light your way. As long as you speak the truth, we use our lungs and our voice needs air to work. So as you're spreading your light and your truth around the world, this is what is going to set the stage for this encounter, perhaps. Okay, that was a very fascinating reading, Pile 3. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, please let me know in the comments below. And hopefully we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.